Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a really practical career pivot that honestly, a lot of experienced professionals don't even realize is an option. We're talking about the pathways to becoming a health and safety work-based assessor. Look, if you spent years on the tools, on the floor, or right there on the front lines, your brain is literally packed with decades of valuable safety knowledge. And today, we're going to explore exactly how you can package all that hard-earned knowledge into a totally new, incredibly rewarding career. So let me ask you, are you ready for a career pivot? Honestly, ask yourself, are you kind of getting tired of the daily physical strain? Maybe the knees are aching a bit more than they used to, or you're just looking for a way to stay deeply involved in the industry you absolutely love, but without putting your body on the line every single day. If you want to keep using that expertise, but really change your daily physical reality, well, you are exactly who we're talking to today. Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1, the nationwide safety demand. Your expertise is needed. To wrap our heads around the sheer scale of the opportunity out there, we've got to look at the massive demand for safety assessors across the board. I mean, we're talking construction, care, warehousing, engineering, facilities, logistics, hospitality, transport. Every single one of these sectors in the UK has strict health and safety obligations. It's not a suggestion, right? It's the law. And because of that, absolutely every apprentice or trainee working toward a safety standard needs someone officially qualified to assess them. They need a mentor, a guide, a checker, someone who's actually been there and done it. And, that someone could absolutely be you. The demand is practically limitless because, well, safety is universal. Moving on to Section 2, the day-to-day reality. What the job actually involves. All right, let's pull back the curtain a bit and demystify what a random Tuesday actually looks like when you have this job. Here's your core, pragmatic step-by-step process. First up, you observe someone at work, literally just watching them perform their tasks. Second, you ask questions. You're not just looking at what they do, you're testing their understanding of why they do it. Third, you review the evidence. This means looking through the records, photos, logs, witness statements, the whole shebang. Fourth, you compare their performance against the required official standard. And finally, step 5, you give honest, constructive feedback. You record your decisions properly and help the learner figure out exactly what needs improving. It's a highly structured, logical process. So let's see how this builds into real-world scenarios. Imagine, for a second, you're assessing on a construction site. Your observation looks like this. You're verifying if the learner is strictly following site rules. Are they wearing their PPE correctly? And I mean, not just having it on, but actually using it right. Do they genuinely understand the RAMs, the risk assessments and method statements? Are they actively controlling risks as conditions inevitably change on site? Basically, you're applying that structured 5-step process we just talked about to these highly tangible, high-stakes environments. And this brilliantly illustrates how adaptable your skills really are. Say you're in the care sector. Your checks naturally shift focus. You're evaluating safe moving and handling of patients, strict infection prevention protocols, and making sure safe records are kept. Or, if you're in logistics, you're observing the manual handling of goods, monitoring the safety of warehouse traffic routes, and verifying those daily equipment checks. The subject changes, sure, but your critical eye for safety, that remains exactly the same. Which brings us to part 3, the rewards and the grind. Radical honesty. Here in this explainer, we believe in radical honesty. Look, no job is perfect, and we're definitely not going to pretend this one is. So let's talk about what's fulfilling and what's admittedly a bit tedious. Notice the contrast here. On the left side, we've got the grind. You'll be writing detailed feedback, carefully checking evidence, dealing with repeated paperwork, and constantly chasing learners for that one missing document they forgot to upload. It can definitely be administrative heavy lifting, but balance that against the right side, the rewards. You get this incredible, deep emotional payoff of helping people become safer and more confident. You see deeply connected to your sector, passing on your hard-earned wisdom, but, and this is huge, you completely avoid the physical strain of doing the job yourself. You get to watch someone actively improve because of your direct guidance. And for many people, that right side heavily, heavily outweighs the left. All right, part 4, the voice-first AI advantage, your invisible assistant. But hey, what if we could minimize that administrative grind we just talked about? This brings us to a massive advantage for modern assessors, using an AI assistant to just remove the friction from all that repetitive paperwork. It all starts with a really simple habit. Imagine you've just finished a site visit. You get into your car, and instead of cracking open a laptop to type for an hour, you simply speak out loud. You just say, AI, draft feedback from my site visit. The learner correctly identified the hazard, but their PPE was lacking. You literally just talk.
You demonstrate this voice-first habit by speaking naturally to your AI assistant. It's a real game changer. So here's how that workflow actually breaks down in practice. Step 1. You speak your raw notes out loud. Step 2. The AI tidies those notes into a highly structured official record and drafts the feedback for you. Step 3. The AI automatically turns your spoken observations into clear action points and checklist templates. But look very, very closely at Step 4. You make the final safety judgment. The AI handles the formatting and the typing, sure, but it never makes the call. The final judgment of whether someone is genuinely safe and competent strictly and always belongs to you, the human assessor. Your experience is the irreplaceable core of this entire job. So the crucial point is, Part 5, your next career move. Who is this actually for? Let's hold up a mirror for a second. As we go through these specific roles, I want you to see if you recognize yourself, because your frontline background isn't just nice to have. It is absolutely your greatest asset here. This role is perfectly suited for an experienced site worker, a supervisor, or a health and safety coordinator who wants to step away from full-time physical site strain. It's also ideal for a dedicated care worker seeking a role that's less physically demanding, but still highly focused on people's well-being. Or maybe warehouse or manufacturing staff who want to transition over into training and compliance. Or even facilities and operations staff who just naturally love maintaining standards and driving improvement. Basically, if you fit into any of these categories, you already have the foundational knowledge required. So if you're ready to take the next step, getting started is quite literally as easy as using your voice. Just ask the LELAIL voice command platform, start the Health and Safety Work-Based Assessor Taster course. That'll drop you right into a voice-first interactive taster so you can really feel what it's like. And hey, if you decide it's for sure the right fit for you, the full course, complete with a certification, is available in over 100 languages right there at LELAIL.com. It is fully accessible no matter where you're starting from. We've covered the nationwide demand, the daily realities, how AI completely removes the paperwork grind, and how your specific background makes you the absolute perfect candidate. Which really leaves us with just one final thought. Are you ready to turn your hard-earned frontline experience into your lasting career legacy? The industry desperately needs your eyes, your knowledge, and your judgment. It's time to take all that amazing expertise and use it to build a safer tomorrow for everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Now go out there and make that pivot.